Man, I tell you, for the past, whatever it's been, month and a half, I can't do it, man. I cannot stay asleep. I wake up and that's it. I gotta get up to pee, or I gotta get up because Kep woke me up, and that's all she wrote. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wednesday. We did pretty good about getting in bed on time yesterday, which is really good. But then I woke up at 5:30 a.m. and had to go to the bathroom. And I got back in bed, and I'd also give Kep a little bit of scoop at that point, because I was worried he was going to wake me up some point later, and I was like, now that he's eating dry food again, I can just go, whoop, and that's it. Because the longer you're up, the more your brain wakes up, right? So being able to do things quick is good. So I took care of those things, and I got back in bed, and I remember getting in bed and thinking, okay, you're still sleepy. You're still sleepy. Think about how good everything feels. You're laying in bed, you're comfortable, your head on the pillow, everything is so nice. Just rest, you're going to fall asleep. You're going to fall asleep. An hour passed. It is now 6:30, and decided to get up. So I was hoping to sleep in, because I clearly have a lot of rest I need to recover. But there's nothing I can do. I thought about taking something last night, like a Tylenol PM or something, and I didn't. And I also thought about taking one when I woke up at 5:30, and I didn't. And I'm wondering if either one of those was a misstep, and maybe that's what I should have done. It doesn't matter now, because now I'm awake. So Mal probably won't sleep too terribly. I mean, it's going to be a few hours, but it's not going to be too terribly long. And then she'll get up and we'll have breakfast. So in the meantime, I certainly have things to do. I guess I will do those things. Sometime later, today actually turned out all right. It sucks that I'm still dealing with I only got a few hours of sleep and my body woke up and doesn't want to go back to bed situation. But I'm hoping that over the course of the next week or so, that'll dissipate. What I ended up doing is, I worked as long as I could, and then I got tired, which is good, and then I took a long nap. I think I slept like 4 hours in the afternoon. And, that combined with what I slept last night, it starts to turn into an actual real night of sleep. I don't love that this is happening, but I'm getting my sleep somewhere. It's funny because I've talked on Breakfast Stream specifically about Jules, who has adopted biphasic sleep schedule for a lot of what he does. That is not something I want to do, but that is something that I am dealing with because of reasons unknown to me. So working through it. But today was still, rather productive, and I got a lot done, ultimately leading up until tonight when we actually started recording, finally, after all this time, the next GTA Heist. I've been asked since before it came out, like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, when were we going to be doing the Diamond Casino Heist? And we started on it tonight. We started it tonight. It's been something that's been on my mind. It's not that I didn't want to do it. It's just, it takes time, and we've had a lot of other things to work on, and finally the time was right, so we started recording it tonight. Same crew as before, me, Alex, Dan, and Taylor. And it's a long one. Like, it's a real long one, to the point where we couldn't finish the whole thing tonight. We started it, and we've gotten through more than half, but we haven't finished it. I actually asked about it on Twitter the other day, just if folks had any tips or tricks, things that I should know about. And there was some pretty useful information. One of the big ones was, even though being a Twitch Prime member will give you a free property, because there's a particular property that you need in order to even do the heist. It gives it to you on the other side of the world, and it takes forever to get from there to the missions and back. And over time, that adds up to a lot of lost time, like in the neighborhood of hours. So I spent the money in game to just get a property that was much closer, and it's been great. Like, we're right around the corner from where we need to be, and we've saved a ton of time. The reason I know that is because I have done heists before with properties that are out in the middle of nowhere, and it adds hours to your playtime. So that was nice. I'm happy about that. Also, the heist is free to do. Like, some of the heists cost money to start, and the hope is that then you'll make money by the end. But this one is just completely free. So they've changed quite a bit of things about how it's done. It used to be that you couldn't do the heist setup missions in a private lobby. Like, you had to go into a public session, which is awful, because that means that you're going to be getting killed nonstop by other players who think it's funny to ruin your progress. And you don't have to do that anymore. You can just play it amongst your friends, and that's it. It's a huge improvement. The other improvement, and I don't know if this is going to... I assume that it'll be different on the heist itself. We've just been doing the setup missions, but it used to be on the setup missions that you had team lives. So, like, you have 4 people on your team, and I think 1 person is allowed to die. You have, like, 1 spare life amongst the 4 of you. If a second person dies, you have to start over. That was not really fun. Honestly, it really just wasn't fun. And I guess Rockstar realized it wasn't fun, because that's not in here now. You just have unlimited lives. And it still works, actually. It doesn't make it any less difficult. The way that they counteract this is that there's a lot of missions in which you get wanted levels, and if you die, you don't lose the wanted levels. So your whole crew has to, like, lose their wanted level, and if you die, it doesn't matter. You come back, and you're still being, attacked by the police. So that was a good way of doing it. So you have unlimited lives, but you still have to focus on trying to, get away. I doubt they'll do that for the heist. I bet there's a live system for the heist itself, but there's a bunch of setup missions, and we've done as many as we could, and I really like it. There's actually been another heist released since this one. We obviously haven't done that one either, and I hope that they kept the same setup for it, like where you have unlimited lives, because it's much better. It's a much better system. Anyway, I know that not everyone's into GTA content, which is completely fair. It's a shame, because it's really some of the funniest stuff that we make. And the heists are a little different than the normal GTA Online content, but it's still very, very funny. And I hope that longtime fans of specifically our GTA heists are excited, because it's coming back. And then I certainly hope that folks that haven't given them a shot will give them a shot. They don't have to be watched in order, but certainly if you watch them in order, there's some references and stuff and some reoccurring themes and vehicles that'll make a little more sense. And they're also it's just funny material. Anyway, so that's it. A clip at the beginning of the day and a clip at the end of the day, and I worked and slept in between. It's going to be a long week as Mal and myself continue to try and recover from, this really wild weekend and week that we had, but we'll get there. One day at a time. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?